All right. Good morning. I am here today with Anastasia McGee, owner of Caketastic.
Yes.
And Anastasia, tell us a little bit about yourself and how it is you even got started.
Hi there. Well, I'm Anastasia McGee, the owner of Caketastic, where we bake to own whatever desserts and cakes that you need. We also do Caribbean food, but we specialize in wedding cakes, and we teach the art of cake artistry. So we started in what 2014, so it's almost 9 years. Yes. So we have
Okay.
this location soon to move. Our like I said, our cakes and desserts are baked to order. We are a specialty bakery where we bake all what you need and what you cannot get anywhere else, from vegan, the keto, the sugar free. We bake all these desserts.
Wow, and I was gonna ask you about that because literally I was wondering, like, with bakeries kind of, of course, being our guilty pleasure of sorts, right? I was wondering, with people kind of being more health conscious right now, people really not wanting to kind of indulge as much, I guess I should say, like, how do you affect and how does that affect your business? But it sounds like you found a way to kind of incorporate it all.
Well, and it's not on my own doing. My customers, they always call to ask, "Can you do this? We can't find. We don't want to go." They want to support the black owned, the small business instead of going to the big chains. So we had no choice to go with the trend. And the biggest trend that's coming now, if you notice, eggs are so expensive. So I am doing the eggless cakes.
Oh my goodness, eggs are so expensive. I've seen so many memes about that lately. So you can actually make a cake and not use eggs at all?
Exactly. Not too long ago, day before yesterday, I did the flourless chocolate cake.
Nice. Now, I was gonna mention, like you just mentioned, if you're a black-owned business, a woman-owned business, like that's two pluses, But of course, it's Black History Month, and so anytime we can celebrate any of our accomplishments and stuff, I think it should be a year-round thing, but especially this month. So, how is it that you managed to set yourself apart? Because I literally think you're the first black-owned bakery I've ever seen or met. So, have you met a lot in your industry?
They have quite a few around, yeah, in different areas. But where the location I'm the only one apart, and then the bigger bakeries are around, the bigger chains are around. So that's why I think my customers, they know how to reach me. I have a lot of followers and repeat businesses.
Nice. And I've ordered from you time and time again
Yeah, I
because it's
know.
always delicious. But like, what do you think is like your what's the thing you get ordered the most?
A lot of cheesecakes, but on a weekly basis, we definitely have, because we do bake for a few fast food joint chains, and the red velvet, the chocolate double
Mm,
chocolate, your favorite carrot cake, and our
mm.
cheesecake. These are the top one. As a matter of fact, this morning we did a few coconut pine lemon. This is a different taste, and
Oh, that sounds delicious.
she orders it every year for her
No, what
birthday.
is it? Coconut
It's
and
a
lemon?
vanilla cake with lemon filling and coconut on the outside.
I
It's
love
probably like
that.
a
I'm
pina
trying
colada
that.
for her.
I'm trying that one next. But yeah, you mentioned that you do the vegan. You mentioned that you do keto.
The
Like,
dairy free, yeah, the gluten free. We do that too. Yes,
oh my goodness. And does it still retain the flavor though? Like, is it still
it
good?
still does. I've mastered it to my recipe. And there's some of them, like the vegan. We can go in all sizes. The gluten free, we don't go as big as the 14-inch, 10-inch. It'll kind of lose the texture and the flavor. That the
Mm,
flavor is there, but we don't like to maximize on the side. We like to stay within the 10-inch round, size, just to keep the
gotcha.
texture.
Now, one of the things I was going to say, right, is because in a lot of, minority households, we have that one auntie that can bake, or we're known for being able to cook good, right? And so, what is it though, or when is it in your life that you knew you had a gift? You knew it wasn't like I'm just kind of good at this. You knew you were on to something special. When did that happen?
Oh, like when I was 13. I really wanted to be a hairdresser, but at the time, my parents like, no, the financial strain. So I had this the grand aunt from New York, and she always used to bake, and I was always in the kitchen with her. and it just stayed with me. I've never been employed anywhere else. I've always been self-employed, baking and doing what I'm doing. And everybody knows that about me back home because I used to teach, bake and teach the art in St. Lucia, where I'm from, where people will gain employment and self-employment, and I'm still teaching and trying to maximize the teaching for 2023, where you can give back to society, they can get a job placement, I can enhance their creativity. So that it went as far back as since I was 13.
Absolutely. So that's kind of good because whenever people, you do a lot of weddings, right? So whenever you're dealing with brides and everything else, you actually like let them come in and do the tastings and go through what it, like how does that work? Walk us through that. Is it like how many cakes do they get to choose from? Do they
Hmm.
get to taste them all, take them with them? Like what happens?
Well, with our test again, our tastings are complimentary; they're free, so they come in here. And 95% of the time, because of our bacon is between American and Caribbean bacon, they love the texture. They love how they can taste the flavors if they have a filling in the cake. So and they book Caketastic.
Have you ever been in any contest like with your baking or like your cakes or decorating?
The contest itself. Yeah, well, I
Yes.
did do the global cake competition in Orange County, Orlando, about what 5 years ago, and that it was a live 8 hour competition,
Oh my
and
goodness.
I embraced it. I mean, I know what I'm doing, so I embraced it. Even though this that lights up my face in teaching and doing the art. I light up because I like to give back. I like to. If you come and do a class with me, you'd figure, oh man, I can't do that. I'm like, of course you can. There's no with me when you because it's a practical subject. You could always
So
take
you
it out
keep
and do it
saying
again.
classes. So basically, and I love that you don't just keep your gift to yourself. So you're willing to share it kind of with the rest of us. So like with the classes, how does that work?
Well, we have different levels. We have the 3 hour, the 5 hour workshop, and then we have the 8 weeks where you will definitely
Oh wow.
complete the class in a completion of a 3-tier wedding cake. But and as of this month, for the love month, we do have couples class for 3 days in this month, and it's a 3 hour class. It's for couples. They can fall in love in decorating with some wine and strawberries.
And how many people is are the classes open to?
The class, at least if we could have 6 couples, the minimum, it'll be more enjoyable. They get to interact and see because, I've done it so often that I figured this month, it's Lovers Month. Everybody needs love. So let's pay everybody out and try to do that class and make it a success. The other thing I've introduced is become a host. Get ten people and you get your class free as a host. It's almost like
Oh
yes.
nice.
So I'm become a host. I'm promoting that in the art. So instead of you coming to me, I can go to you wherever you are, wherever the group is, and I can teach the group. So become a
Nice.
host.
And yeah, it sounds like it. So if I wanted more information on it, what do we do? Just go to your website?
Yes, it is, and I go on 1-to-1 with. If you find somebody, let them call 813-385-6691, and I'll personally answer and direct them to the class.
Nice. So you're gonna personally answer.
I do most of the even my deliveries, all the weddings. I personally deliver the wedding cakes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So in addition to being a baker, somehow you have a cape and you're a superwoman too.
You know what? Whenever you want to do it right, you just, you get it done by yourself, right?
And do you ever have anyone from your staff maybe getting videos or anything of the behind the scenes when you're doing that part?
Yeah, I do. I do. I have that too. I have a paparazzi by me. She takes out pictures with everything. I'm like, only two. She goes
You
three,
need
four,
that.
five. Yeah.
You need that because you have some beautiful setups and arrangements, and so
Yes.
I mean, you need to capture that moment as much as whatever the moment is people are celebrating.
Yes, definitely. And on another note, I forgot to mention that we are having summer classes for the kids this summer for both cake decorating and baking. I mean, we did it before we stopped because of COVID, but we're starting back because everybody wants to get out, want to learn something new. So we are getting into the summer camps.
Man, it sounds like I had no idea that you were doing that too. So I was already impressed with you before this, but now I'm even super impressed that you kind of just
Exactly.
give back in the way you do and make
Hmm.
sure kids have the love of, just seeing, I guess, the joy on people's face when they eat that nice piece of cake, or see some decorated celebrating their moment. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's really a big deal. So what's next for Cake Tastic? Like what should we be on the lookout for when it comes to what you have going on?
Well, the next thing for Caketastic, since we do a lot of weddings, I'm getting into, we have an event space created in Plant City on my property. So that's the next branch for Caketastic.
That's so you're literally going to create your own entire event space.
Exactly, definitely. It's two
Wow.
acres, and then you can actually be there. We're doing a small bride's cottage so they can get ready there. The groom's cottage is going to be on the other, so they can spend a day there without any limitations. Most places charge for have a time limit. You can be there for the day. The commercial kitchen is there. Your caterer can cook right there and deliver your food and your drinks for your wedding. So it's a like a one-stop shop.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Anastasia. This has been great, and I'm hoping everyone runs out the Cake Tastic, either takes a class, sign a kid up for a class, maybe
I
just
know.
buy something for that special someone, or even for themselves. Because
Exactly.
I'm telling you, everything I've ever purchased from you has been made with love, and I can tell in every single bite. And I just appreciate you for just being who you are and so genuine, and the way you kind of celebrate life through food with all of us.
Exactly. It's a happy life. Well,
All right,
thanks for
thanks,
having me.
Anastasia. Absolutely. Hey, you're Black History, and so I wanted to make sure to celebrate you too.
Okay, great. Don't forget, Kicktastic, your personal baker.